Sakamoto got into one fight. One fight, probably the toughest fight we've seen him fight so far into the show. Having some difficulties. And when I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna probably show this man all beaten up, all bloodied and battered, just shocked that this dude is actually stronger than him, and he's probably have to use like kind of somewhat a similar power of friendship moment of like he thinks of his family and protecting his family, and he uses that strength to beat this guy. No, his way of getting serious is legitimately losing all that fat and going back to his skinny days. I'm just like, wait, what? But Sakamoto Days continues to be amazing. Sakamoto Days continues to be an amazing show. I'm very hyped going into episode 5, even though I know episode 5 is technically, if you watch Japan's Netflix, it's already technically out. If you don't have a VPN, you have to go Pirate's Life for me, right? But again, again, like this show, Sakamoto Days, is so damn good. It is so freaking good, man. Again, still to this day, again, I go back to my first episode review of this show. I still to this day, I don't understand why out of the blue, like weeks before the first episode even drops, there were people out there freaking hating on this show. And you know what? I feel like those people were just doing that for some fucking clout and some fucking attention. Because you cannot convince me after watching all 4 episodes that Sakamoto Days is bad, it's terrible, it's not what it should have been, hyped up to be. I have been thoroughly enjoying every single episode of Sakamoto Days. I love the characters, I love the story, I just love the main character in Sakamoto, and everything about this looks good. The opening's good, the freaking animation's good. It's crazy. The only negative I gotta freaking say about the show is why the hell does Japan get the episodes a week early? And actually, I guess it makes sense because I know Blue Box, another anime that I watch on the channel and a review on the channel. It's also kind of the same thing like Sakamoto Days. It's got one episode way early, before the actual like official, what we get in the States, right, on the US, Netflix. But that's something that Netflix has to figure out. I don't know why, but that's the thing. But regardless, this episode was crazy fun. We got our boy Sakamoto going up against a guy from his past that wanted to be recognized by him, and I'm just gonna call him Mr. Hardboiled, and absolutely crazy stuff. And it's funny how you even get to this like fight, right? So the episode picks up right where we freaking last left off, right? After our boy Shin took down the poison dude, right? And you just have it to where he's getting like obviously the treatment to fix it, but they're also questioning him like, hey, what the hell's going on, right? And basically the dude's like, yeah, Sakamoto's being hunted, by this assassins, by the assassins organization, right? That Sakamoto and Shin used to be a part of, right? For basically leaving unannounced, right? Not giving a formal thing, right? But basically you kind of have it to where they kind of let him go off scot-free, and Hana, the daughter, is just like, oh, well, I'm glad that you're okay, and you did a great job. Thank you for entertaining me, right? And the dude, he was like gonna probably do something, but then he's like, okay, that's just weird. And again, you keep remembering like they're on a freaking, they're still on this damn amusement park like trip, right? So like legitimately, like they end up deciding to go to a haunted house. And I'm just like, okay, a haunted house with a little girl. I'm just like, Ninja, you had it to where freaking Lu was more afraid to go in this damn haunted house than freaking Hana was. Like Hana, you see in the freaking episode, was smiling the entire damn time, probably fake screaming as if she was scared, while you have it to where Lu was all fucking scared from the entire damn episode walking through this damn haunted house. Which reminded, when they were doing that, it reminded me of my, me going to Not Scary Farm earlier earlier this year. No, not earlier this year. Basically in October of basically in October of last year, right? Not Scary Farm with my boy, with my boy and my brother. When we had to walk, when we walked through basically the haunted houses and everything. Hey, there's sometimes they do get you, and sometimes they don't get you, and you expect it coming, but sometimes they do. They freaking get you. Like legitimately, they got me sometimes. Like there was the one of them just came out of the blue and scared the shit out of me. But regardless, I found it absolutely hilarious that like Hana and Sakamoto's wife is not even scared. But in all honesty, like you can make the case like Lu was scared. Even shit, even Sakamoto was kind of getting jump scared. Like he didn't want to be up in there either. So maybe Sakamoto don't like no damn haunted houses either. But it's absolutely so hilarious that Lu was so scared. It got her to fucking get drunk. Because Shin's like, wait, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I need to use this to clear my anxiety, and he's being like, oh, she must be taking some sort of like anxiety medication or something. And he like at first she does it, and then she does it again, and Shin's like, why are you drinking the whole bottle? You don't need all that. And then he grabs it and he smells it and he's like, oh brother, and he tells like it's fucking alcohol. I'm just like, what the shit. And then you just have it to where the main antagonists attack them, and the wife and Hana are both knocked out, and they're still smiling. I'm like, I had to look at my screen. I'm like, no shot these dudes are still smiling, even though they are knocked the hell out. You already know they must be having some sort of good time then. They've been enjoying this thing, right? And it's funny because early in the episode, like, freaking freaking Sakamoto's wife is like, you guys are acting weird. Are you guys good or something? And Sakamoto's like, I'm great, because he's not trying to blow his cover about his wife, right? Because he's not trying to have his wife fucking dump his ass. Oh my goodness, man. But you just basically have it to where Shin, he fights this freaking chick who is like in love with Hard Boiled, right? And it's funny because when they capture the freaking clown Joker looking dude, right? One, this girl legitimately sits on him in a provocative, proactive, proactive, proact. I'm not gonna say it. This very sexualized way, right? And this hard-boiled dude's like, "Hey, you need to stop sitting like that. That's not exactly appropriate." And she's like, "Oh, Mom, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry." And then she's just in her head. She's like, "I love when he's so rude to me." I'm just like, what the? This man is saying so. This man basically berates her, and she basically follows it by saying how much she loves this dude. And I'm just like, what the actual hell is wrong with this chick? I'm just like, no, she's crazy. She's crazy. She's a lunatic. Like this man is just shouting shit, and she's like, "Oh yes, boss, I will." Oh, I love him when he does that like that. I'm just like, what? Now, personally, I'm actually invested in these characters. I think they're absolutely hilarious additions to the cast. Like, absolutely funny, right? So they end up getting split into the two fights. Sakamoto fights obviously hard boiled dude, right? And hard boiled's like been getting the upper hand on. He's beating the shit out of him like easily, and he's just like, "Don't you remember me, Sakamoto?" And Sakamoto's like, "I have no idea who you are." And basically, like when you get a flashback explanation of like this dude always looked up to Sakamoto, and he wanted Sakamoto to look back at him and give him some attention, right? But Sakamoto realistically like played him no mind, paid him no mind, and the reason why he's going after him is because like he's like, hey, you know who I am, right? And it was like back in the past, Sakamoto was like, who the hell are you? This is just some nobody. I don't know who he is, right? And basically, Hard Boiled Man was just upset. He's been butthurt for all these years that Sakamoto just didn't recognize him. I'm just like, bro, if you're that upset about that, then go get yourself a goddamn life. I'm like, what are we doing here, right? I found that to be absolutely like, what? That, no, bruh, nah. But, that was probably one of the most stupidest reasons to get upset and try to kill somebody, right? But that's the thing. But you have it to where Shin, he's fighting the chick, right? But, you know, she's getting the upper hand on him. But it isn't until Lu gets involved and she's fighting her drunk, right? And maybe the author at the time you got this from Dragon Ball, but she's doing the drunken monkey style like fight, which if you remember from the original Dragon Ball, Master Roshi, when he was pretending to be Jackie Chun, did that type of fight style against Goku, which caught Goku by surprise, and it did catch her by surprise. But right now, Lu's fighting drunk, and basically it's kind of the whole thing of like, hey, I'm holding your friend hostage. I'll saw him in half, if you don't take this fight seriously. So we're gonna get Drunken Lu versus this hot chick, right? That's in love with Hard Boiled. And then obviously after getting beat into a frickin' pulp, this man Sakamoto goes back to his skinny self. Now, I don't know if he's able to like just lose that fat or he just gains that fat back, or if he like this entire time he can legitimately just go back to his skinny self. It seems like if these people just beat him the hell up, he can literally lose all that fat. So legitimately, this man was fat as hell, and then now he gets punched a few times, actually gets hit. He's back to his old skinny self, which is pretty interesting. It'd be funny if they wake up, if whenever the situation's over and Hana and his wife wake up, and his wife's like, honey, I didn't expect you to look how you used to be. I hope you're not doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. It'd be funny if Hana's just like, mommy, who's this guy? And then it's gonna be like, that's your father right there. Huh? That doesn't look like daddy. That's gonna be that would be absolutely hilarious. I don't know how this man's gonna get his fat back. I'm guessing he's gonna just be eating sweets and stuff like that, so he just gets fat again, and maybe just lays around and not do nothing. But absolutely hilarious. It looks like Sakamoto's gonna get serious next week, so we'll definitely see. But another great episode of Sakamoto Days. Definitely enjoying this show, and definitely can't wait to see more of it. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Sakamoto Days content or any other anime content I've loaded to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or your night. Till then, guys, peace.